Hello everybody, that's me saying good morning. Today is June 19th, the World Sickle Cell Day celebration. So we are on our way to AIT in Asokoro and we are going for an interview, commemorate the World Sickle Cell Day. I remain your girl, Ose, please. By this time, we are already in the heart of Abuja because we left Gwagwalada around 6:15 or 6:20. So we got there on time anyways. This is back of finance, Ministry of Finance. So we are heading straight for Asokoro. So we are here. We really climb hill. That communication. This is the entrance to the main building, and we got to sign in first before we head for the waiting room. We are going to the waiting room. The building was dicey. My Hausa counterpart will say Akwe Lungu Lungu. You can see we're just going from turn to turn, Okay, now we are inside the waiting room. So, and me, I was just here yawning like, cold no be your mate. The AC, all these buildings, if you are not careful, you just turn to stockfish. When we were in the waiting room, there were people already on set doing the newspaper review that morning. And now, to what brought us here, we are on stage.
Surrounding the sickle cell disease, all of the issues, those living with it, how it can be prevented, and everything that has to do with it. And we have joining us this morning the coordinator of the Warriors Hangout at the University of Abuja Teaching Hospital, UATH in Gwagwalada. That's Blessing in Egbedion. Good morning, ladies. Thank you for joining us.
The awareness is growing. But then we have a warrior in the house, and it would be nice to share your experience really with the public and how you've been able to cope.
Okay, first of all, so thank God Almighty for being here today and being alive. It's not been an easy journey, and I want to appreciate my family for being supportive. because without them, I don't think it would have been easy for me to have gone through this phase till now. So, with the medical sector, it's been growing from one stage to another. Where we are now, or where they are now, wasn't where they were years back. The therapy that we have now, it's improved than what we have back then. Now we have so many therapies that we can dive into, and you see that your health keeps improving. Yeah, your hemoglobin keeps improving, and by going for your checkups, by adhering to medications, by avoiding some things you don't need to do as a warrior, because there are sometimes you want to do what your mates are doing, which is not good for your health. Like, you don't need to be under extreme conditions like cold weather. You don't need to expose yourself to cold weather. You don't need to expose yourself to extreme heat, because when you dehydrate, your blood starts to sickle. So when you notice that you're dehydrating, you rehydrate by drinking water and keep yourself refreshed. Then when you're cold, you have to wear your jacket and your socks and all that. Then your checkups have to be regular, because by going for checkups, the doctor will do some tests on you on a routine base, and with that blood work, certain things that might come in the future can be avoided now. So, with the help of research that has been ongoing, we believe that more and more therapies will be available to us in the near future. And we want to beg the government to help us. Some patients are paying from their pockets, and it's not easy for them. So we are indulging the government to create jobs for us, because in some parastatals or these government jobs everywhere, where you want to go into finding the jobs, they'll tell you bring your medical reports. So if we are SS genotype, does it mean that we cannot work? In some jobs that we've been to, they will tell us that we cannot do this kind of job because we can be complaining about health issues most of the time. But many of us are educated. We know our onion, and if you give us a job, we can do it. We can get it done. So let them give us a chance to make money for ourselves. We don't want to beg anybody to give us money. So we need jobs to be made available to us, and also NHIS can be provided for this for our communities, so that out of pocket payments in the hospitals will be avoided. Because you will see some people, when they are sick, they don't like coming to the hospital. Like, I'm the coordinator for UATH Warriors Hangout, and I've known and see so many warriors that don't want to come for checkup. They'll just be dodging some kind of questions. But the main issue there is money. When you tell them, okay, come, it's free, you see the hospital blasting with them. But when it's out of pocket, they just prefer to stay at home because they don't want to come and embarrass themselves. You have to pay for consultation, you have to pay for investigations, as your test, maybe your blood work, your liver kidney functions, your echo and ECG, so many things, your eye test. We do that every year just to tackle anything that might come in the future. So you do that, and after seeing your doctor, you come, and after bringing the investigations, you come and see drugs. Now the list will be endless. Our drugs are numerous, depend on the one we are on, and it's quite expensive. So you pay and pay and pay and pay and pay, you'll be tired. Without jobs, you cannot be comfortable coming to the hospital. So I want to plead with the government to create jobs for us without placing a tag. Let me see your medical report.
The opportunity to work
Yes.
without discrimination.
Yes.
Or stigmatization.
Stigmatization, yes. Like I'm an educator. I finished college 12 years back or 14 years back. And since then, because of there's no employment from the government for our starter, I've been trying to manage private schools, which they don't even pay much. I'm just enjoying the I'm just enjoying the opportunity because I'm living in a family house. These schools they don't pay much, because if you go to a school that they pay much, like 40,000-50,000 naira, you consider your transport coming back, going and coming back. And with our health, we'll consider, okay, if it's raining, because some schools will tell you, or some jobs will tell you, you have to be at work by 7. And if it's raining, they don't want to know. They don't want to know. So you have to walk closer to your house so that you just dodge anything and just enter your workplace. So in my area, the highest I've been paid, I don't think it's up to 15,000
As an educator.
as an educator. From 2012 that I finished school till now. Okay, I stopped the last school I was working last year when I traveled to South Africa. I was being paid 12,000 there.
Last year.
12,000 naira a month?
Yes, a month. And all the schools I've worked around my area, they pay 12,000.
Without mentioning names of institutions, what area, where do you live?
I stay in Gwagwalada, Agwandodo to be precise.
Okay.
That if you're coming after the flyover, that village by your left, that's where my family house is. So
private schools pay 12,000 naira.
In that place,
that locality,
the highest, yes, the highest that you can get there, I don't think it's up to 20,000 naira. It's not up to.
And these are nursery and primary schools?
Yes, even though you are a graduate, a degree holder, you cannot earn more than 20 there. Even though you stayed for so many years, highest they can do is to be increasing
below the minimum wage.
Is to be increasing it 1,000 every 2 years. If you talk, they'll tell you no money, that kind of thing. And okay, I went for an interview in town, and they said they were going to be paying me 45,000 naira. Somebody, my mind was saying I should be happy. I was like, transport, how will I cope with the fare from Gwagwalada to the school?
And then the stress of travel.
And then the stress. So, okay, and that mind was like, I can rent a house. How much is house in town? Can I be able to cope? So I just left the job and took up the one in my area.
Okay, but let's talk about something that virtually every warrior faces, apart from these issues of jobs, medication,
complications.
The complications. What are how, on a day-to-day basis, what complications do you face as a warrior?
Me personally or generally?
Generally, yeah.
Generally.
With your experience as well.
Okay. On a day-to-day basis, you can be tired. You can just want to be on your bed. You know, there are some times that if somebody is telling you, can you make it to so place, you might say, I will get back to you. It's not as if you have plans, but you're checking your body language. You have to check your body language to know if you can be able to go to that place. That's why we don't normally say, okay, I'm coming so day, because that day it might hit you. Because this bone pain, it doesn't knock on your door. It will just come at any time.
Bone pain.
Bone pain.
So
yes.
it's actually the bones that suffer the most.
Yes. The bone will start paining you, and it walks all over your body. It might start with your hand, then you start walking. to the left hand, to the leg, to the back, to the chest, everywhere. Then we have liver failure, we have acute chest syndrome, we have
Even stroke.
stroke,
Yeah.
we have even eyesight problem. There are numerous to count. So we need government's help in making the warriors want to fight, because some people don't want to fight again. They don't want to
They
fight.
get tired of fighting.
Yes,
And they just give up.
they just give up and just start staying home without going for checkup.
And they deteriorate
Yes.
rapidly that way.
Yes.
I can imagine the strain, on the family finances. You
Yes.
stay in the family house,
And they
even though you
they
work.
begin to feel bad too. That's why I said I'm appreciating my family, because my family has been on my back. Like I told you, I don't earn much. I earn 10,000 at least. That one will just take care of my monthly
Maybe sanitary pads.
yes,
alone.
my cream and all that. But they are the ones that have been footing my hospital
Medical bills,
my medications, and all that. Even my clothes. 10,000 I cannot get me my soap, my cream, make my hair, and still buy me clothes
or food.
or food.
You're doing well. You look like a great warrior and already organizing people as well. And in that regard, we wish you the very best. And you will fight and you will win eventually. Thank you so much for your time. We've been talking about World Sickle Cell Day, which happens every June 19th of every year. And our guests have been Blessing in the Warrior, who's also the coordinator Warriors Hangout UATH Gwagwalada. It's been fantastic talking.
All right, that's it for our conversation on the World Sickle Cell Day.